Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moon Directed. Here we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today, we're going to take a look at the energy around Aries season for you. So that this reading is pretty much going to run from now, today, whatever day you're watching this. I think I'm filming this on the 23rd through April 18th. And I'm going to bonus you with a full moon in Libra reading at the end, so stick around for that. I do want to ask you to do me a favor and help me out with, the channel analytics on YouTube really require engagement on any channel that you watch. So if you could hit that thumbs up, it really helps all of your favorite YouTube channels when you take the time, that whole second that it takes to do that. And so we always appreciate that. Oh, check this out. That was so fast. Okay, so you have resilience. You have the turnip dragon. Look how cute. The turnip dragon, resilience. So what are you bouncing back from? Let's get into it, Gemini, and take a look at it for you. So Aries season for you is your 12th house. So it is where things are starting to dissolve, to break down, and to prepare for Taurus season. I'm sorry, it's not your 12th house, it's your 11th house. It's your 11th house of networking and communicating with others, and it's a very public arena for you. You are preparing for another round of eclipses coming through, and so this need to be able to bounce back from any adversity, especially in anything that has to do with a social network, would probably help you to be geared up and get ready for when things start dissolving and releasing during Taurus season, moving into the eclipse season, when there's just a lot of letting go of baggage in order to really use this North Node in your sign energy to its fullest advantage. So this is past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. I will clarify. There are Lenormand houses assigned to each of these to give a little more clarification and detail. But the key to the situation is fertile. So you have the Kiwi Dragon. Now, one thing about the Kiwi Dragon, in the book, it says something about it'll help you sleep if you eat a couple before you go to bed. I did the research, and there's like, yeah, that might actually be true. So when I'm seeing this in the heart space, and it says fertile, and it's about sort of being able to go to sleep and then being able to stay asleep, I feel like your imagination, whether you're awake or asleep, is very fertile ground to communicate through your heart space with what it is that you truly want and what it is you truly desire to bring forward in your over the course of this Aries season for you. You have renewal in the area where you've been thinking about things like where's the information? I'm trying to figure out how to renew my life. And so the renewal and resilience, how do I bounce back? How do I manage this? One thing is, I definitely want to encourage you to make sure you're getting enough sleep. That seems to be part of it. And be willing to be versatile. So we have the Pepper Dragon for how do you transform your life. And when I first looked at it, I only saw 2 dragon heads, and I thought, of course, Gemini got 2, but there's 3. So 3 heads are better than 1. Versatile. Being willing to adjust, being willing to look at things from a different point of view, being willing to shift and see things differently, do things differently, being versatile and not stuck. It's a good thing you're a mutable sign that allows you to shift and change a lot easier than other signs. And so kind of tapping into your superpower of the ability to adjust and to see things from a different point of view is going to be very useful for you as you go forward. But look at this. What are you thinking about? There's an abundance of fun coming for you, at least in your thoughts. So you are going to bounce back. You're going to have a lot more fun. Whatever this is that's been kind of pushing you down, weighing you down, here's an opportunity to get out there and spend some time with your friends and go have some fun. You know, there's 3 in here. That's like companionship. And so hanging out with different people and different groups and keeping interested and allowing yourself to just enjoy life. In the recent past, in the heart space, things you've been wondering about, curious about, a little anxious about, doubting, is you have stealth. And so I think you've been wondering, either you've been sneaking around trying to get information about other people, sneaky ask your friends, check social media, or someone's doing that to you. There's there's some sneakiness with that. That right there is like low-key energy, like a little mischievous. So in the future, in the heart space, you have organize. Okay, it's the pea pod. The thing about peas is there's more than one pea in a pod. So I think there's a need to organize who you hang out with, how you hang out with them. We have versatility, we have fun, we have organize. Organize in the heart space is such an odd place for that. Let's just go to the field guide of garden dragons to get a little more insight on what the heck that is. Oh, it's so funny. I saw the pepper one. It says 3 heads are better than 1. That's funny. That's what I thought. Okay. Pea pod dragon. Here we go. Okay. What are you doing with your time? The pea pod dragon shows up when things are a bit messy or scattered. Have you caught yourself worrying about things growing out of control? Do you have enough time to balance business with self-care? If your answer is anything other than of course, time to get yourself better organized. That's it. And write out the things that you have to do in a day. Make sure self-care is on the list. Now arrange these tasks into groups or smaller things. Make sure you lay them out in a timeline. When you actively take charge of your time, you find more time for all of your activities. I think this is about figuring out what actually brings you the joy in your life and where should you be spending your energy to have fun. What literally makes you feel happy and joyful, and spend your time on those things, and things that make you unhappy, uncomfortable, unless they're absolute responsibilities that you have to meet, especially if it's groups of friends. If there's groups of friends or something where they're just not that much fun to hang out with, then don't. And it might be that they're more fun in a few months, but right now they're not, so don't. So I think it's about deciding where you want to put your time and your effort that brings you the joy and the happiness and allows you to have fun. Wow, okay. You've been overdoing it, maybe a lot of partying. Maybe you should be spending time with just 1 or 2, 3 people instead of like everybody, because here we have in the area of the obstacle, we have moderation. And so I feel like you've been kind of, are you juggling more than one relationship? There's okay, so this is like that 3 of Cups energy. This could be 3 friends, but this could also be 1 guy with 2 girls, or 1 girl with 2 guys, or 1 guy with 2 guys, however, whatever. It's so funny. I'm going to show you this really closely. I want you to look at, in the middle, you got the red dragon that's looking over at the orange dragon who's kind of flirting, and the green dragon giving it the side eye, like, why are you looking over there? Like, seriously, who are you spinning? What are you doing? Are you eyeballing someone you're not supposed to be? See that? See what I'm saying? Maybe you need to narrow your choices in a romantic situation. All right. So, So in the action to take, we have boundaries. Are you letting, are you letting exes into your situation? Or are you, not being, so boundaries, people. Okay, so healthy boundaries. So where are you establishing the boundaries and networks socially that you are engaged in? Yeah, because we have the hospitality on the outgo. So hospitality is about doors being open and doors that you should not open. So where do you need to create healthy boundaries around how hospitable you are? Who are you letting in that you should be maybe not? I think there's a need to really look in your heart space and say, who is of value to me and who is not? And then focus your attention instead of trying to juggle. I'm just seeing a juggling situation here. But you'll bounce back. So, I feel like, I don't know, Gemini, but it almost feels like you have options and choices, and maybe it's time to think a little bit about where to place your energy. So you have self-reliant, don't be afraid to fly solo. That's funny because I almost said to you, you know, you go from these 3 to 1, which is like, I was looking at this girl and my girlfriend didn't like it. And so now I'm flying solo. A little time on your own to organize what's important to you, to figure out where the safe and healthy boundaries are, to decide when and where to open the door to your heart, to your time, to your energy. I feel like you've been overdoing it a little bit in some way or the other. Well, this is, I don't feel like you've been the one that's had this happen to. I feel like you've been the one that's been kind of on the player side, but readings can go both ways. So we have the daffodil. The sun shines brighter when you are here in the heart space. I feel like, I think you have to decide where you want to put your focus. I want to get another one. Okay. I'm looking at the, oh God. All right, so I'm looking at the Latin name, and although I can't say all of it, the first part of it for the daffodil is narcissus, as in narcissistic. So, maybe you need to focus a little more on yourself and see what's important to you. So here we go. Set boundaries to, well, ensure good growth. Okay, so doubling down on this need to set some healthy boundaries around who and you're opening up near the door to your life and letting through. We have the sunflower, practice courage each day, and it might be the courage to say, yeah, no, so like I have a boyfriend now, and so I would appreciate it if you didn't call me again. You know, there might be something like that. And then we have Bornea. Do not fear or doubt the new paths ahead. So I think that as you make choices, as you narrow down, as you figure out what's important to you, you will bounce back. You will find yourself where it is that you want to be. I feel like you've just got a little bit too many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak, right now. So you need to figure out who gets in and who needs to stay the heck out. Who's fun? Who brings the joy? Who brings the happiness? And, you know, and hey, guess what? If there's been too much drama, then reset the playing table, right? Neither of those were supposed to work out, and it was supposed to point out to you the lesson to be learned, which is that you can't be juggling people, and that, you know, it's one at a time. So you have the strength card again. So here, practice courage each day, and then we have this, the strength card showing up, which is about courage. So sometimes, oh gosh, sometimes it takes a lot of courage to be willing to be solo, to be willing to be single while we sort out who we are, get to know who we are before we launch into a new relationship. It's that pause, it's that breath where we figure out who we are again. And when we know who we are when we're single, and we know ourselves, what it is that we're really truly looking for, and we're not just bouncing from relationship to relationship, then we have a better chance of bringing and calling in relationships that have the opportunity for success. So, Gemini. This full moon is happening in your 5th house, which is fun, romance, creativity, and you have soaring into joy. Childlike wonder fills my life. I feel like you're really supposed to be trying to figure out what makes you happy and being willing to let go of and release things that do not. If it feels burdensome and heavy and it's not allowing you to feel fun, to feel creative, to feel joy, then it's time to let it go. And have the courage to be able to set those healthy boundaries and say, yeah, I might miss you, but I don't miss that crap. and you let them go. So you're being blessed and protected along the way. We have number 22, which is, it's a 4, it's stability, but it's 2 twos, and that's the coupling up energy. And so I believe that if you can make healthy choices for yourself in the relationship arena, that you are going to end up moving in the direction that you want to. So Gemini, I don't do love readings unless Spirit brings them, and Spirit's bringing it. This definitely has all the earmarks of a relationship reading, but it's about, first and foremost, choosing to love yourself and setting the clear, healthy boundaries for yourself about what brings joy in. You know, when, oh God, I hate this. When Tom Cruise says in, was it Jerry Maguire, he says, "You complete me," to Renee Zellweger. All the girls were like, "Oh," and I just wanted to throw up. If you need to be whole and complete by yourself, and then you attract a whole and complete person, and together you create synergy, which could then be the 3 peppers, where you're you, they're them, and in between you guys create a third entity, which is the relationship. But you aren't the relationship and you aren't each other, but together you create one that really is beautiful and it works. So you have the dragon: leadership, integrity, power. I own my power with dignity and grace. It is safe for you to be powerful. You can be powerful and kind, good, humble, and gracious. True power achieves greatness and flows from the heart of the universe, not from the human ego. Surrender any attachment to being admired. That little 3 thing going on here. And you shall attract an abundance of recognition and respect. If you aren't trying to make everybody turn their head and look at you, but instead focus on the relationship that matters. First, the relationship with yourself, and then one that has this, that enhances you and has self-respect and dignity attached to it. When you do that, then you have the ability to go beyond the ordinary. You shall be guided on how to best express them to fulfill your destinies and assist all beings. Remember, you can only give according to what you can receive. Take time to balance and vitalize your internal energies. Taking a little time out between relationships to get to know and love yourself. Man, my nose is so itchy. That means Spirit is totally all over this reading. For the Geminis who are going through that phase in relationships where you're like, "Oh, this really didn't work out, but I was just sort of playing around anyway," or my heart is totally broken, it is totally not what I expected to have happen. It doesn't matter which level you're on. There is a necessity here to reconnect with yourself, to be able to find that you can have fun by yourself, that it is okay to be single, to be self-reliant. Don't be afraid to fly solo. She's flying solo and she's having lots of fun. Don't be afraid to fly solo, because then when you know who you are, you can attract in a relationship that also brings in the joy and the happiness. All right, let's get you a crystal card. And in the meantime, I just want to say you're really supported by Spirit, because you're flying on the dragon. The dragon's got you. Spirit's got you. You are guided and protected. You are blessed through this process. There were lessons to be learned about who you are and what it is that you want in a relationship and out of life. This is an opportunity to look at yourself and say, this is what I really love about me, and this is what I really want in a relationship. So we have golden topaz. I step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I see my path shining brightly before me. I mean, these colors even look alike. My cards are a little bent so that I can't pick up the light right. Okay, hold on. It's the lighting that's shifting because we got a storm getting ready to come in. There we go. See how it's the same color as her dress? And, ooh, malachite. I recognize repetitive patterns. Choose love, compassion, and kindness. So if you say, oh my gosh, all my relationships seem to go like that, that's a repetitive pattern. Choose love. That is love for yourself. That is love for others. Choosing love is about unconditionally accepting shadow and light. And if you look on here, see how it swirls together? It's the shadow and the light, and it also creates patterns. It says create healthy patterns in relationships, connect with the sweetness of life, maintain heart-centered awareness, and get to the heart of the matter. Visualize life purpose, amplifies joy and bliss, improve ability to speak up, cultivate ease, and process all that is happening around and within. So compassion for yourself, kindness for yourself, and for others. Don't be a narcissist, but at the same time, don't make yourself a doormat. There's a healthy space there, right, in between, where you give too much and where you take too much. Find the middle ground, and it looks like you'll have a lot of success here because the overall energy, again, was resilient. You'll bounce back. In fact, you'll bounce back and fly high if you just will do a little self-reflection first. All right, you guys take good care of yourself. I'll see you back here in a couple weeks. I'll be doing the mid-month and the weekly moon astrology every week. Not this week, but usually. All right, you guys take care. You guys take care. And again, what does it say? Improve ability to speak up, man. All of a sudden, I lost my voice. So, All right, you guys take care. Bye.